Now that I have cut down the bulk on the edge of my corners and sew them down, I am going to set those stitches, just give them a little press of steam on each side, and then I'm going to turn this so that I've squared up my pocket. Good. I'm going to fold it right where the stitching is, reach my thumb in, my back finger here, and just turn that and get a nice pointed corner. Do the same thing on the other side. Just pinch that corner, turn it. If it doesn't really get squared out, you can always use the end of your seam gauge and you put it so that it's on top of the seam allowance and just push a little bit and you can get a perfectly nice corner up there. And same thing on the other side, kind of push that out. Then I'm going to press this to the wrong side. Okay, now I'm going to miter my corners. Here on the bottom, right where these two lines intersect, I am going to fold in my corner. And notice that that's right where those lines intersect. So I'm not folding it to that corner, I'm folding it right where they intersect. And I'm going to press that really well so that it actually stays there. And I'll do my other side, folding it right where they intersect. And if you need to go back and check and see if the fold is right on that line, please do so you can get perfectly mitered corners. Okay, now with that pressed in, I'm going to fold my edge all the way to the top, 3/8 of an inch in all the way to the top, and then press that little side in. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. And then my bottom. And as I fold the bottom in right on that 3/8 of an inch, I want to get my corners so that they miter perfectly. Oh, that one might not be perfect, but I can always go back and do it one more time. Oh, I got my fabric kind of steamed the wrong way. Okay, now see how my fabric is folded in. There's no fabric folded out. If you don't miter your corners, what can happen is when you press this, you go to the other side and you have a little bit of your pocket sticking out. But when you've mitered your corners, you're not going to have any edges showing from the right side of your pocket. It will be nice and clean down there. Now I'm going to go back over to the machine and I'm going to sew across the top to hem the top of my pocket, and then it's ready to adhere to my monster. And I just want to warn you that before you do the next step, I have to check this off. So be sure that you check off your pocket after you hem the top. And another thing to remind you of, you're going to be putting your monster pocket on the wrong side of your monster. Make sure that you have laid your monster right sides together, open it up, and then you'll be able to place your pocket on just one layer of fabric. Don't sew it to both of them. But let's go hem this first. To hem the top edge of your pocket, you're going to sew right across about where you did the clean finish. You're going to make sure that you're lined up on one of the guides. I'm right on the 5/8 inch mark right here, and I'm going to keep it at 5/8. Even if I don't stay on this line, I'm going to keep it at 5/8 all the way out across the top of my pocket, so that on the right side of my pocket I'll have a nice straight line. So I'll back stitch at the beginning and sew down, keeping it at 5/8. Go all the way across and back stitch. Okay, now because I kept it even at 5/8, I wasn't really watching if I was staying on that other line, I have a nice straight line going across my pocket.